Greg Lynch, Warren Clellan, Darden Brown, Ben McLeod, Tegan Collins out at 10, and Ran McLurkin Jr. with Ran McLurkin Sr. is on row number 3 in the black Corvette, and away we go. The big bangers lighted up.
So here we are for race 2, which is my race 1, because we spent Friday and Saturday working on the race car with an electrical gremlin and a starter motor issue. And these starter motors are hard to find, the Dodge R5 NASCAR ones for a Tilton. So Gaz ended up rebuilding it a number of times, and we finally got out. So I hadn't done any laps since Calder last year. So this race, the aim was really just to finish the race.
Just enough so that he didn't scuff up the side of that tribute livery on his Commodore. And it's Aidan Munger doing a great job in the AMS entry. He's sitting back there doing a nice job just inside the 5. Here's putting 2 and 3 on the road. Johnny Polito getting a little bit nervous with it, just wanting to...
Also, just a couple of things. We're only revving to about 7.475, and I can rev this car, well, comfortably to 8.5. So you'll notice later in the race where they're talking about I should blast by, but I'm actually not using all the power just so that I can get used to the car. And also my tyres went quite off because I was a bit overpressured about halfway through the race.
2, and Ran McLurkin, the junior version, he is up 3 in the Machine Cult Calibra, which looks absolutely menacing out there. Bit of understeer there for Johnny Polito.
So it was cool to be behind the old man here. I didn't really know how it was going to go. If you notice through the video, my breathing gets quite heavy. 20-minute races are quite long, and I just need to get fitter, to be honest. But to be honest, it was just great to be out there racing after all the hard work that myself and Gaz and the guys put into the car to get me here and out on the track.
Does run a supercar tyre, has been built to run that tyre. There's Ran McLurkin in the Dodge-powered Machine Cult entered car number 54, the Calibra. Sounds so cool. Great to see him out on the track. Had issues yesterday. I think it was a starter motor. Had to find a pretty special starter motor being a Dodge. And you hear it thump down the straight. Absolutely worth coming to the track just to hear that car get down the straight here at Calder Park. Under brakes for Penrite, a grim ruiner, a musician and a tattoo artist, and a race car preparer is Ran McLurkin. He's got Aidan Munger trying to stay with him as well there. Aidan up to 4th, just going back down 5th as the 2 McLurkins go through in their Calibra and Corvette. There's the 56 of Ran Sr. Right in the back door, underneath the rear wing of Greg Lynch. Greg's getting a very, very good view of the advanced car carrier stickers on the front window of the Corvette. They come around onto the straight. Ben just runs a little bit wide, bends the power up. I would suggest that's probably the better line to do, just to flow the car nicely. Greg Lynch looks out to some fresh air. These cars look like Commodore supercars. Neither of them have got supercar heritage. Bespoke built sports sedans, the Commodore being one of the more favourite body shapes for sports sedan racing. Greg Lynch looks to the inside now, positions himself nicely for the run-up. Jane Hill, but Ran is in there as well. Ben makes a very rare mistake in the 72 and just disappears off, loses 2 spots in the process. You have to go to a lot of sports sedan racing to see Ben McLeod make a mistake, and that is a rare opportunity. We'll move on from it because Greg Lynch has now got the black Corvette of McLurkin menacing him. Continues to do so, has done it for 2 laps now. Across the line goes Jim Policini to complete lap number 4, 12 minutes left in this one. Dean Cam bangs across the line there, grabs another cog in the Corvette. Johnny Polito as well. Gets lap number 4 done. These guys we're watching now. Ben McLeod got some work to do to catch up. And in his mirrors, he has got the menacing Calibra of Ran McLurkin. So he's got a Ran in front and a Ran behind at the moment, Ben McLeod. One in a Corvette, one in a Calibra. course, the Calibra last weekend, used by Steve Tomasi, 2 out of the 3 race wins. Did a terrific job, the Victorian. Absolutely lit up Sydney Motorsport Park. Congratulations to Steve Tomasi and his crew. Did a tremendous job travelling north for that event at the Motorsport Australia Trophy Series, round number 1. These guys racing here for the Advanced Car Carriers Sports Sedans at Trico Victorian State Circuit Racing Championships. Greg Lynch has won races at Phillip Island before. Does a lot of racing. He runs between the Big V8 series as well as the Victorian Sports Sedans, Advanced Car Carriers as well. So has a massive program. Car prepared by the crew at Ravage. Dean Lilly and the guys work very hard on this car. The TA style of Corvette for Ran Snr. Continues to lead the way, and in fact he's opened up the lead over Dean Cam. Another couple of seconds there, it's 7.1 seconds between Jim Policina and Dean Cam. Under brakes now, the car lurches forward. Greg Lynch, the red, white and blue Commodore, the menacing Matt Black, Corvette in behind. Something on the side here, but the Commodore gets the power down brilliantly coming onto the straight there. Corvette wasn't being allowed to just run nice and wide there and bring up the speed, flowing it nicely. So now just a bit of spray, still that standing water on the main straight, throws a whole lot of water over the front of the 56. Charge from turn 2 up to 3. Maximum power for about 2 seconds. Dean obviously with a mechanical concern, bringing the car back down into pit lane. A very, very rare scene indeed to see the number 66 retiring from a race. Here's Ben McLeod. Got a lot of work to do at the moment. Cars continue up over Jane Hill, Ben McLeod and McClurkin. Over the hill, lights it up.
So before I got to this weekend, my main aim was just to finish races. I didn't want to really go balls out racing. I'm not going for points or anything. I know that a number of the other drivers are fairly serious about the points and everything. So my aim here was just to try and sit on Benny and honestly to wait for him to make a mistake, because he was making a fair few with those brake lockups.
Continued on. Ben McLeod now dealing with Ran as well, so they'll have a ripper run down the straight. You'd expect the big Dodge to have the ponies in the straight line. There's Greg Lynch, and he's seen the black Corvette of Ran McLurkin Sr. go through. So the next car on the track is this car here, Ben McLeod. He's currently sitting in P5 with Ran McLurkin in 6.
So they mentioned the ponies, but I think from speaking to Benny before, we've got pretty similar power in these two cars. So probably I've got a little bit of less weight in my car and a bit better aero.
2 litre, 1974 silhouette on this car. Great to see Darden always big bangers, and loves going stand racing. And when he goes racing with the 2 litre guys, he's always an absolute outright front running contender. Ben McLeod a lock up there as well. Across the grass for the second time in this race, goes to 72. Phillip Island.
So it's cool to go by Benny there, another lock-up, so he's having lots of problems with that, and I was able to get away. Now, I'll be honest, I'm very, very worn out here. You know, Friday, the main aim was going to be to get up to speed after a break away from the car, and we just didn't get that with only doing maybe a handful of laps. So this race is really my Friday practice. Usually it takes me Friday practice to get in the groove, because I'm not racing very much. yeah, and watching it back, it's very clear that I'm braking very early. Oh, a bit of a snap there. I'm braking very early. I'm coasting into corners. I'm not revving the car out. You don't have to tell me, even though there's a couple of pushing it a bit harder and bumping off that curb, which we can't do in this car. It just really unsettles it and throws it off to the right-hand side of the track. So I am trying, but just be aware that I'm aware that, I'm taking it pretty easy in the grand scheme of things. But as I've said, we just wanted to finish the races, and I wanted to stay out of trouble with any of the other cars.
At least the black car is Ed McLeod now has come to Ran McClurkin. So Ran started off P11 and has now made his way up to P5. So this is an absolute charge with Grim Ruiner. Enright blazing across the front bonnet there as well. Ben McLeod under brakes, monsters all over the back of the Calibra. So the Red Commodore seems to have a great set of stoppers on it, but getting through the air and power down. Calibra, a space frame sports sedan versus a floor pan sports sedan. The space frame, a purposeful machine. Ben McLeod doing a ripping job staying with Ran McClurkin as he runs wide. Let's hope that Ben can hang on to it here. Definitely ran wide. Massive understeer in the 54. Ben's gone off himself there a couple of times already in this race, so he's sensed something's not quite right with Ran in front of him as well. So we've still got over 4 minutes left in the journey for this one. And we'll settle in for a ride with these two. Two very different cars making their speed in very different ways. Through the air.
So I backed out. I knew Benny was pretty keen. Like I said, I'm only revving to 7.475 and sort of coasting in, and I was not wanting to fight him. And again, I just now want to hang on to the back of him. So I know that some of you will be like, that's a pretty shit thing, you're meant to be racing, but I just want to enjoy myself.
Have a listen to that Dodge climb the hill. I don't know how many torques that thing's got, but I tell you what, big thumping noise coming out of the Calibra. Back through the gearbox, bottom of the back straight. Tearing it up, doing a really good job. These guys both have big grins on their face here. They've had a couple of passes. Another lock up there into the right-hander coming onto the straight. It gets the power down. This time around. Ben's speed onto the straight was certainly compromised. It holds off the Calibra down into turn number 1. Certainly an opportunity lost there for Ran McClurkin because the entry onto the straight was compromised for car number 72, Ben McLeod. And he held off Ran McClurkin nicely there across the...
So this car would blast by that car if I was balls out, but I'm taking it easy. It's the first run of the weekend, and so I was just hanging back. Didn't really want to dart underneath him when he was coming across, which is his right to do. He's locking up a lot, so I thought, cool, he's not going to get away. I can just keep with him. Very fatigued at this point, trying to suck in some air. These cars are very physical to drive, but I'm having a ball. I'm really stoked I'm out there, and I sort of want to take this opportunity now to thank Gary Roberts, who did rebuild that starter. We couldn't get another starter. He rebuilt it a number of times and ended up MacGyvering it, and now it works perfectly, and I'm looking for another one. We also replaced a couple of switches, which got rid of our electrical gremlin again with Gaz. And a big thanks to H and Pete also for helping me so much, and my old man, of course. And everyone else that came and gave us a hand over the weekend. A lot of prep goes into getting this car ready by myself. And also my sponsors, Penrite Oils, who have been with me for a number of years now. And a fantastic Australian company that looks after me so well. Raceworks, who I've been with for a while as well, thank you very much. Autobarn Sunbury, local Autobarn, Adam and the team are fantastic there, always looking after me. Oakmount Motor Group came on board to help me get to this round also, so a big thanks to them. Haltech, Oz Plaza, And D-Mac as well. Just everyone that goes above and beyond to help me out where they can. Just a old bloke with some funny scribbles on his head having a race. So thanks a lot to all of you.
Got this car finally working, operating in a magnificent window. Greg Lynch hasn't been shaken off yet. He's just done his personal best on that lap, a 103, and the McGlurkin car doing a 104. So he's punished that Corvette the best part of 14 laps now. Greg Lynch is really starting to come into the back of him now, remaining time 44 seconds for our race leader, Jim Policina, the Mocom supercar. Back straight again, Johnny Polito doing a good job in P2, and our race leader is coming over Jane Hill now, so should be the last lap board being shown to the field next time round, as we have only got 18 seconds left remaining. It will take that time to get around for this lap. I reckon Ran McGlurkin Senior only needs another lap. He is absolutely switched on, and he's just pushed out a 104.54, 104.0. All the way to the cars inside the top 5. He's just driven past Ran Jr., who is in 6th. Then it'll be Ben McLeod. He tips it off. Ooh, he's going very tight in turn 1. There's no need to throw it all the way like that. He's lapping the field. And Ben McLeod wants to go racing with him. Just gives him enough room. Really doesn't have any battle with him at the moment. He's putting a lap on everyone. Right up to Ben, who's in 5th place in the road now, so he has absolutely brought his A game to the Sunday morning race. Must have had an early night. Had his muesli for breakfast and charging now. Ben still locking up that left front. Here comes our race leader from Ravage Raceworks, motorsportcommunications.com, and Jim Policina, who has won production car racing, production sports racing. About everything's been in, has done well in Touring Car Masters, and it takes race 2 for the weekend. Jim Policina takes race 2 for the Advanced Car Carriers at round 2 of the Trico Victorian State Circuit Racing Championships, and he rolls down turn 1. Here comes Johnny Polito. He's been overtaken by Ran Snr. He's not only going to get a podium, he's going to get the 2nd spot on the podium. A monstering dive there for Johnny Polito. Grabs the spot back, brings Greg Lynch into the run to the line as well. The 97 overcooks it down into the start of the S's there. Ran just opens the corner up. He was 2nd, but holds on to 3rd place as they run to the line. Johnny Polito gets P2, Ran McGlurkin gets P3. Oh, what a race there for Ran McGlurkin. Coming from down the field there, came from 5th place, coming through to 3rd on the podium. How cool is that? Here's the replay as they come down to complete the last lap. Locks up the right-hand rear there. Johnny Polito slides on that dive bomb into that position and grabs that spot back. Darden Brown crosses the line, so just in recovery mode there for him. Jim Policina takes the win by 48 seconds. Johnny Polito into P2. A big welcome to the Black Commodore. Ran McGlurkin, the Black Corvette. What a drive. Greg Lynch to Ran McGlurkin Jr. in the orange Calibra. Then we got Ben McLeod, Aidan Munger, Warren Clellan, Teagan